part, we will finish the reading and also the sentence pattern. Yeah. So here, like last Friday, we talked about giving gifts because, like, if you want to give a gift to somebody, your impression about a person will be the way for you to decide which gift you like to give to the person. And also, we talked about stereotypes. They are easy classifications for you to give somebody or something. So, like, stereotypes are easy, but they might not be always positive ones. Yeah, so like here in the rest part of the meeting, we're going to talk about what kind of people are often stereotyped, or what kind of stereotypes do we often have, like that. So here I can play the next slide already.
Heard this argument. You kids are all alike. You show no respect for your elders. You have poor and your speech is sloppy. You don't realize how much. Some adults have a way of stereotyping adolescents. You must have heard this argument. You kids are all alike. You show no respect for your elders. You have poor manners, and your speech is sloppy. You don't realize how much you have. In my day, the consequences of the person who believes in such stereotypes may act on his or her belief. As a result, in this case, you, as a so-called kid, would be the victim. Also, stereotypes are often used in the mass media, TV shows, advertising, movies, and publications. Sometimes these stereotypes are amusing and entertaining. The henpecked husband, the unethical merchant, and the effeminate gay all make us laugh because they are such exaggerations.
Okay, this is the first part, and it's a bit long, so I will play the file again. Yeah, for the words you didn't catch, because we don't want to use the words for the sake of time.
Some adults have a way of stereotyping adolescents. You must have heard this argument. You kids are all alike. You show no respect for your elders. You have poor manners, and your speech is sloppy. You don't realize how much you have. In my day, the consequences of the person who believes in such stereotypes may act on his or her belief. As a result, in this case, you, as a so-called kid, would be the victim. Also, stereotypes are often used in the mass media, TV shows, advertising, movies, and publications. Sometimes these stereotypes are amusing and entertaining. The henpecked husband, the unethical merchant, and the effeminate gay all make us laugh because they are such exaggerations.
Okay, so here the first word, some adults have a way of stereotyping the first word, Melissa, I'm not sure. Adolescence, yeah. When you spell adolescence, please pay attention to the C part, because when you say adult, A-D-O-L, this is quite easy for you, but when you say accent, E-S-E-N-T, the letter C is often forgotten, so please pay attention to the C part. It's okay. Yeah, so when you say somebody have a way of doing something, or something has a way of da-da-da, usually it means that. For example, you might say, 我跟我朋友有不高兴的时候，总是以和好收场。You might say like the fight between me and my friends often has a way of being fixed in the end. So like when you say something has a way of da-da-da, or someone has a way of da-da-da, usually you mean like something or someone acts or happens, but in a special way. In a special way. Usually you might say it's a little bit negative. What does that mean? You might say some people, their impression on the politicians is that politicians often have a way of giving excuses. Some people might say that. 比如说有些人会认为政府会给很多的借口。So if you say someone has a way of doing something, or something has a way of da-da-da, 通常你会只是说以某种方式表现，通常是有一点点负面。所以你如果说但是不是 not all the time. So you might say like the fight between me and my friends often has a way of being fixed in the end. 我跟我朋友不高兴的时候，最后总是有办法解决，所以不一定总是负面。But most of the time, when you use it to mean someone someone. It's not that negative. 所以你说他总是会怎样怎样怎样。Usually you mean it annoys you somehow. So you might say like my younger brothers often have a way of annoying me. 我的弟弟有的时候总是会让我觉得很烦。So like when you say like 总是会怎样怎样。You might say somebody has a way of doing something. 所以这个地方不只是某一种方式，通常只是以一种比较特别的方式让人家觉得怎样。You know what I mean? 所以这个地方虽然这边只是单纯的 have a way of， 可是它变成一个片语，就会引申为说总是会怎样。Okay, so you might say like my brother often acts in a special way that annoys me. 也就是说以一个特别的方式让我觉得就是有点像这样。Okay, yeah. So like here, like adults have a way of stereotyping adolescents. You must part this. That's the word. Argument. Yeah. So like here, you kids are all alike. You show no. Yeah. This word knowledge. That's the word. You show no. You show no respect for your elders. You have poor. Next word. And. Next word. You have poor, manners. You have a poor etiquette. Here, may I ask you to use the word etiquette? Etiquette. E-I-Q-U-E. Etiquette. T-T-E. So when you say talk about etiquette, for example, you might say social etiquette. 社交礼仪. Or you might say table etiquette. So like here, this word etiquette can mean manners. Okay, yeah, so you can use your word to get etiquette. Yeah, so when we talk about etiquette, first of all, it's mean like a set of rules you usually follow to show your politeness. Okay, so like here, you show no respect to your elders, you have poor manners, and your speech is sloppy. I ask you, like your speech is sloppy. If somebody's speech is sloppy, what does that mean? Sloppy usually you mean like a little bit messy. So if you say somebody's speech is messy, you might say somebody couldn't make him or her understood well. 其实说话常常你懂吗？就是说 maybe when you were little, not now. They might say, hey, if you want to say something, please be clear. Otherwise, nobody can understand you. 所以只是说话常常谈不清，或是语义不清，跟 somebody's speech is sloppy. So when somebody's speech is sloppy, you mean the words the person uses or the meaning the person wants to express is not that clear. It's okay, yeah. But here, I guess now, like, do your parents still tell you these kind of things? Maybe not. Yeah. So I feel like you don't realize how much you have divided. But I guess like the end of the sentence is common. 我以前跟你爸爸妈妈跟你讲的时候，你就会讲，以我细汉的时阵，我真有讲读册，你讲无你讲读册。我每次讲爱四点就爱 take keys. I had to get up at 4 a.m. every morning and walk a long time to school. And after school, I had to help my mom with her work in the kitchen or on the farm. And I had to help my dad deliver the products to the company. And they told you a lot of the things they did when they were at your age. Am I right? So like here, usually your parents will start to tell you these kind of things. Yeah, so like here in the what is that the person who believes in such stereotypes. What's the word? The consequence. The consequence is that the person who believes in such stereotypes may act on his or her belief. What does this mean? 这句话就是讲说，有的时候大家可能无论是爸爸妈妈对你，或是你对你的弟妹妹 ，so like sometimes you might tell the person what they should do based on your experience. But the problem is that the result is that when maybe for example me or you or your parents, when you tell maybe your younger school sisters, when you tell them what they should do, you tell them what they should do based on your beliefs. I guess it's very useful because we need to depend on our experience. But maybe our experience might not apply to their circumstances. You know what I mean? Okay, wait a minute. If I say circumstance, how do you spell the word circumstance? Circumstance. C-U-M. Circumstances. P-A-N-C-E. 这个字很好记。Circum 是周围 ，stance 是站的地方，所以围绕在你站的地方的四周就是你的周遭环境，就是你的周遭情况。所以，在这样的情况底下 ，under the circumstances, 也可以说 in these situations， 但是你也可以说 this rule cannot apply to my circumstances。你的意见没办法应用到我的状况底下。So you say like my circumstances or under the circumstances, you mean like in these kind of situations。这可以表示对比如说这个 circumstance。Yes, in situation. So like here 这个地方看得懂哦，所以这句话应该把文章弄起来。它的意思是说 ，if you always tell people what they should do based on your experience only, the result is that you believe in yourself, but sometimes you cannot listen to others' opinions in a logical way or in a reasonable way. You know what I mean? So like these stereotypes are not always bad, but you need to be 可以问的这种客观的。OK。有印象吗？主观的是 subjective， 客观的 objective。So like object 是物品 ，objective 是客观的 ，subject 是客体 ，subjective 是主观的。最后表述就不必用这个 objective。Yeah, thank you. So like here object. So like, are you an objective person? Are you an objective person? I guess like you might say that yes, but when the things when it comes to your interaction between your younger school sister and you might not be objective. You might be subjective. Because I guess now it's time for you to make the job transition. Transition 可以问一下吗？有几个字听起来还蛮常用的。Transition. If you spell the word, if you say the word transition, how do you spell the word transition? Trend. T-R-A-N. Transition. S-I-T-I-O-N. So we say now we are in the transition. 阶段可以问一下吧 ，P 开头 ，period 可以 ，ph 呢 ？Hello 可以问一下吗 ？phase， 有的时候在造句的时候，你可以，比如说几个人是填话可以讲一下，就是我记得我之前跟他讲过，就是有一个让你的英文，如果你觉得不怎么样，想要练习的话，你只要每天在洗澡、在走路的时候，你把每一天发生的事情用英文想一下，不懂的是查一下字典。可能很快对不对？就是真的想试一下 ，like on your way back home, maybe you are on the bus, maybe you after you go back home, you are in the shower, you try to think about what really happened during the day in English. You will figure out there are a lot of words you don't actually know, but they are very helpful. For example, if you say, 我的社团现在正在交接。The club members in my club are busy in the transition phase. So when you say transition, you mean the process from being at stage A to stage B， 就是交接，就是过渡。So means that our government has passed the transition phase， 政府已经过了交接的时候。So this is what it means. So means that transition 它就是交接，就是转折。So means that transition phase 就是交接期、过渡期。这可以表示就是together transition. Yeah. So like here you might say like sometimes.When you interact with people or like your parents want to pass on the experience to you, maybe they have to listen to you at the same time, like that. Okay, yeah. So like here, as a result in this case, you as a so-called kid would be the victim. So what does that mean? If your parents like listen to their own voices only, then you have no way to tell them what you think. Then you are like the victims in the life because you are told to do everything all the time without being able to express your opinions. Like that. Okay? Yeah, so like here we say somebody act on. People who believe just means somebody who acts. 省略在这里。比如说，如果你说，我总是依据我的经验告诉学妹该怎么做。I always tell my younger school sisters what they should do.Oh, I always act on my belief to tell my younger school sisters what they should do. So when you say you act on something, you mean you act 依据一件事情 based on 这样很多。所以这片语一样，比如 say like you act on something 就是 you act based on something。这个地方提示吧 ，base 省略掉，因为用太频繁了，就变成一个片语化，就是说你依据你的信念或是你依据什么样的东西而行动。So you might say like I always act on.The rules of our school or our club to tell my members what they should do， 就是依据 社团的规矩要放在怎么做。比如说 you act on something, you act based on something， 所以这个 base 用的就是什么呢？对 ，here like also stereotypes are also used in the mass 大众演，as you or in cultural mass media, yeah, TV shows, advertising, movies, and the network, yeah, casual movies and yeah, you're right, publications. This word should be read together, publications. Yeah, thank you. So here may I ask you why do we need the word S right here? Because the word publication just means magazines, books, novels, everything that you can find in the bookstore. 这个地方的 S 呢，只是成著作，所以算是 TLN 结尾，读起来像是抽象的名词，而且它解释成 any sort of books or things published you can find in a bookstore. 所以这地方 publication 有两个意思哦，一个意思解释成出版这件事情，第二个意思解释成出版品，可以当可数名词，这样可以懂哦。所以你可以说 There are many publications on display at the book fair. 在书展有很多的著作品展出中，可以懂吗 ？Yeah. So sometimes these stereotypes are amusing and entertaining. The hand-packed husband here may ask you hand-packed. Maybe you don't know the whole word, but here the word hen means the female chicken. So like here hen means pack just means pack, ECK. This means this kind of action. You keep attacking something by using this kind of action with your mouth. So in Chinese, might say so like here hand-packed husband would be the husband who's afraid of their wife. But here hen female chicken, pack is this kind of action. So hand-packed in a husband afraid of their like wife or spouse. Okay, yeah. So like here you might say like here if I say like hand-packed husband would be someone who's afraid of their wife. What about 如果你说他很强势，比较中性的，不是讲男生或女生，you say like he or she is sort of a word， 一开头的形容词。If you say hand-packed, you mean somebody who's afraid of their wife. But what about the other way around? You might say, between my friends and me, my friends usually are the 比较强势的那一种，可以联想。Any idea? If we say dominate, D-O-M-I-N-A-T-E, dominate 当动词只是成统治。另外一个，你要引申为比较强势的人，就是说 we say domineering. So how do you spell the word domineering? D-O-M-I-N-E-R, 就跟 engineer 一样 ，domineering and E-R-I-N-G， 这个是可以记一下。If you say like she is a domineering leader, you mean she is a powerful leader. So domineering 这个是呢，没有一定是负面，就是很强势的。Yeah, so you might say like 习近平 is a domineering leader in China. So when you say somebody who's domineering, the person has a lot of ideas, and the person makes sure other people follow his own ideas. It's okay, yeah. So here dominate 动词从事 domineering 有点变化，就是somebody who is very powerful, who is very strong in terms of his opinion. It's okay. Here you use here domineering. Yeah. So it's a跟 engineer 一样。It's okay, yeah. But here sometimes these stereotypes are, hand-packed husband, the 不良商人 the unethical merchant, the feminine gay, this is easy, like gay, yeah, guys who like guys, but here feminine is easy. Effort 这个是 EFF 就是 out, feminine 会看得出来对不对？ Feminine is female, 所以这个是跟在这里。Feminine, F-E-M-I-N-I-N-E. If you say that she is a feminine, 女性主义者，可以跟一下。Feminine 是女性的词根，然后后面某一类的人。Pianist, feminine, yes, 加上 ISD. So you say somebody who is a feminist, the person is someone who strongly supports female rights. Okay, yeah, we should over to the feminist. Yeah, easy. So feminist in Chinese might say 女性主义者。So here you see feminine means female. 所以当一个人散发出高度的女性特质的时候，yeah, 就是 somebody who is a little bit in a negative term, a little bit sissy. Yeah, but I guess this word can only be used between you and your close friends. Yeah, so this word is a little bit negative, but this, for the reading, the author just uses to point out certain stereotypes we have about certain gay people. You know what I mean? So like here, this word we use to get effeminate. Effeminate. Yeah, so when you say effeminate gay, it means somebody who has a lot of girl qualities, and sometimes the qualities could be too over, could be exaggerated sometimes. It's okay, yeah. They get like all makes laugh because they are such even that relations. Yeah. So I guess we can understand here. 最后这段在讲什么呢？就是说，有的时候其实你的成见不是因为你很了解一件事，而是因为有时候在搞笑剧里面就有一些刻板的印象被拿出来开玩笑，所以久了以后你反而觉得 ，Yeah, those people they just behave that way. But your opinions are not formed because you know the group of people well, but because the mass media often delivers this kind of image to the public. You know what I mean? Maybe they just do that for fun, but gradually you start to take those opinions for granted, take something for granted， 认为是理所当然的。所以这样的东西就原本不是要这样，而且有人就觉得哦，都是这样。So this could be a little bit dangerous. 这边讲，所以来必须说话是跟上面要差不多。Stereotyping adolescents. You must have heard this argument. You kids are all alike. You show no respect for your speech is sloppy. You don't realize how much you have. In my day, the consequence is that the person who believes in such stereotypes may act on people immediately. As a result, in this case, you as a so-called kid would be intimidated. Also, stereotypes are often used in the mass media, TV shows, advertising, movies, and publications. Sometimes these stereotypes are amusing and entertaining. The handicapped husband, the unethical merchant, and the effeminate gay all make us laugh because there are such exaggerations. Yeah, I guess like you think of an example that in from the mass media that often does this, show some typical images about somebody to make fun of them. 所以当然，我问大家一件事，就是其实现在这样的用法，已经不是刻意要开他们玩笑，反而会是开那些常常有这些印象的玩笑。I'm going to show you a fun clip. Do you know Beyonce? Yeah, single lady Beyonce and like her husband Jay-Z. Anyway, like Beyonce is a very famous singer from the States, and she's black. She's black. And the clip I'm going to show you is from the famous late night show Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Live. 在美国有一个很有名的综艺节目，叫做会有他们谁，就是 SNL Saturday Night Live， 就是礼拜六晚上会播，一个礼拜播。And because if the show is broadcast during late hours at night, usually I guess after 10 p.m. So sometimes they will talk about some serious social issues in a very fun and in a very direct way. So like in the following clip, they are going to use Beyonce and to talk about some issues. But after you watch the clip, I would like to ask you, who are they making fun of? Who are they making fun of? 这个clip跟 Beyonce 有关，这里面有些可能那种关系。But here, after you watch the clip, just one question you watch the clip. Who are they talking about? Who are they trying to make fun of? What are they trying to criticize? It's okay, yeah. Maybe, yeah. So that they are actually making fun of. Back to my questions I asked you earlier. Who are they making fun of? The black people or the white people? The white people, because they used to think everything that is charming, that is beautiful, that is attractive should belong to them. Should belong to them. So like Beyonce, one of the most popular singers in the States, they psychologically view her as part of their group. Of course, they really, this promotion doesn't mean that everyone thinks Beyonce is really white, but in their mind, they thought Beyonce always support the ideas of the white people. 所以最近在美国，因为选举的关系，有些议题开始出现，所以原本因为 Trump is a little bit anti-white, anti-black people, anti-Mexican. So the black people, the Latinos, L-A-T-I-N-O, 拉丁美洲裔的人 Latinos, they started to gather together and show their support for one another. So L-A-T-I-N-O, so T-I-N-O-S. Yeah. So 这个地方只是说like sometimes, maybe psychologically, like maybe in Taiwan, we're a small country, sometimes you somehow like categorize certain people being part of the mainstream. You know what I mean? 我觉得大家这个可以想 mainstream. You know mainstream? M-A-I-N. Stream. S-T-R-E-A-M. Stream. So what is mainstream to you? Who belong to the mainstream? When you talk about the mainstream, did you somehow exclude those people whose voice might not be as powerful as those so-called people in the mainstream? 有时候主流的事情真的是好的吗？ Or somehow the voices are just ignored somehow by the people who belong to the mainstream. Think about it. Yeah, it's okay. Like sometimes stereotypes are shown in different ways, but we might not realize this sort of stereotype until something or someone reminds us of that. Okay, yeah, that's it. So you can move on to the next part. You ready? People, yeah. Because of the time, we're not able to talk about the commercial, but like, think about it. I mean, like, it's maybe you laugh when you watch the commercial, but after you laugh, think about the reason you laugh. Yeah, this is it. You ready?
Nevertheless, stereotypes by suggesting that all members of a particular group be. Nevertheless, stereotypes distort the facts by suggesting that all members of a particular group behave in the same way. They also suggest that only these people behave that way. Neither of these beliefs is true. When people stereotype others on the basis of race, religion, nationality, or sexual orientation, it is a form of prejudice. We have to acknowledge the truth that no individual group has a monopoly on crime, peculiar accents, or pushiness, nor does any group have a monopoly on brains, glamour, or talent. Every group has its share of all these human qualities.
Okay, so this is sort of the conclusion, like half of the conclusion of the reading. So like here you can share with us briefly. Nevertheless, stereotypes, this word, Ruby, stereotypes Distort the facts by. Distort is one of the keywords of unit 9. Distort just means another word that we use to teach. 扭曲一件事情，可以问上转东西。Twist, T-W-I-S-T. Twist 原本就是把东西扭转一下，所以应该是来 she twisted the towel a little bit. 她扭了一下毛巾。But we say somebody who tries to twist the truth, distort the truth. 就是有点像扭曲事实或是改变原本的状况。So hereby suggesting that all members of a particular group is working in the word. Charlotte asks, of a particular group behave in the same way. It also suggests that only still behave that way. This is very important. 这地方大家可以注意到这个句子蛮好的，说其实成见stereotype 成见不一定代表说就是好或不好，是代表这句话。They suggest that only these people behave that way. So it's like in the commercial, white people, they thought they were cool, they thought they were dominant, and they thought only white people could be so good. So if black people could be good, they start to doubt like this kind of opinion or this kind of situation like that. Okay? So here they also suggest that only these people behave that way. All these beliefs is true. This word, that's the word, neither of these beliefs is true. 所以这地方就只是说，不代表说今天所有的人都是这样，也不代表他们只能表现出这样，like that. Okay. So like here, when people stereotype others on the basis of race, this word religion. Yeah, your religion like Buddhism, like Catholicism, like Taoism, different sorts of religions. Nationality and sexual orientation is a form of prejudice. Prejudice. So it is a form of stereotypes. So we have to acknowledge the truth that no individual group had a monopoly. So when you say has a monopoly on crime, your accents or pushiness, you mean they possess this qualities only. 所以这地方只能说不是谁的专利，这地方的 monopoly 不是真的是那个专利，而是只是说他们只会表现成这样。So when somebody has a monopoly on something, 只是说他们只会表现出这样的特质。这样可以吗？这个地方是比较抽象的意思。Okay, yeah. But here this word pushiness just means this word means somebody who is pushiness. This means somebody who is a little bit still the same domineering. 这地方如果解释成 pushy。P-U-S-H-Y 就是比较强势的，或是很会督促别人的。So someone who's pushy, the person could be a little bit domineering. 所以有点同义词的意思。So pushiness will be the noun of the word pushy. Okay, yeah. So when you say somebody who's pushy, the person is domineering. Okay, yeah. Like here, this word. Does any group have a monopoly on brains? Did you catch the word? Nor, because here neither no individual group has a monopoly on crime. Nor does the group have a monopoly on brains. But here what do you mean when you say has a monopoly on brains? Oh, sorry, that should be in the lowercase. That's right. Thank you. Yeah, so here nor does any group has a monopoly on brains. When you say brains, what does that mean? It doesn't mean the real brains, but mean the group of smart people. So another word, 聪明名词的话可以问一下吗？ Intelligent. You use it intelligent would be smart. Intelligence. So when you talk about intelligence, yeah, double L. So that intelligence is mean like a group of people who are smart. Intelligence. So 有些只是说聪明才智人，说不一定某一群人他们 not only white people can rule the country, black people can do too, like that. Okay. And here, like finally, or talent. Hear this word. Nor does any group have a monopoly on brains. What's the word? Glamour or talent. So when you say glamour, this means attractiveness. Maybe glamour, attractiveness. Every group has talent, a share of all these human. What's the word? Qualities. Okay, yeah. I guess like this part sort of explain the ideas in the commercial that we just watched. It's okay, yeah. So here we read the part. Let's again nevertheless. Restore the facts by suggesting that all members of a particular group behave in the same way. They also establishes that only these people behave that way. Neither of these beliefs is true. When people stereotype others on the basis of race, religion, nationality, or sexual orientation, it is a form of prejudice. Yeah, use the word again, prejudice. We have to acknowledge the truth that no individual group has a monopoly on crime, particular accents, or pushiness. Nor does any group have a monopoly on brains, glamour, or talent. Every group has a share of all these qualities. Here, this part still has a monopoly on crime, particular accents, or pushiness. 这地方可以问一下吗？如果一般来说，你能够想到社会上对于这些状况会有呈现这种事情的话 ，what could be the things that we could witness in society? Music, crime. Like if we talk about like which group of people might commit crimes very often. 这个地方讲到说，可能某一群人通常会造成犯罪。You might think of certain types of people, and like who have peculiar accents, strange accents. Like maybe in Taiwan, when we talk about Mandarin, Chinese, you might think of some people who you think maybe they speak Chinese in a different way from you. So here, like 这个地方它是比如说，如果你想到这些特质，你的脑子里面有浮现一些人的话，也许你也有一些自己固定的意见，这不代表是都好，只是说可能想到这些事情会有自己一些相对的印象或是以前的事情从你脑中浮现出来，像这样的例子。Okay, yeah. So here, like we'll move on to the conclusion from the file. So this will be on the second page of the on the front of the second piece of paper. On the right, on the right.
To be sure, a certain amount of stereotyping is bound to occur. We all do it, usually without being aware of it. We must remember, though, that no two people in the world are two peas in a pod. No label can be pasted on an individual or a group that accurately describes that person or group. Labels are supposed to belong on goods, not on people. To be sure, a certain amount of stereotyping is bound to occur. We all do it, usually without being aware of it. We must remember, though, that no two people in the world are two peas in a pod. No label can be pasted on an individual or a group that accurately describes that person or group. Labels are supposed to belong on goods, not on people.
Okay, so here you keywords together to be sure. Here, would you please underline to be sure first? When you say to be sure, 这个地方其实是以后面 to be sure 哦。这地方的 to 虽然你其实说 to 上面是后面是上面，这地方解释的以后面就是 certainly, surely， 这就是当然就是这样。所以现在 to be sure, we should hold no negative stereotypes against others. 这地方只是很确定的是这样。这 to be sure 不是以后面 to， 是很 certainly, surely。所以这地方是一个小变量，你就可以一样。所以 a certain amount of stereotyping is bound to occur. So when we say be bound to, this means be sure to. 所以这个的 bound 是一个什么？就是真的必定会这样 ，means certain. It's okay. Yeah, when we say it's bound to occur means it's certain to occur. It's sure to occur. So here the word bound 这地方是什么词？就是必定的。It's okay. So here we all do it usually without being aware of it. So here the word aware means you a word that we need to see. 有觉察的 conscious, C-O-N-cious. 听到后面要稍微注意一下。She became unconscious in the accident. 在意外当中，她丧失了知觉。什么意思 ？Somebody who be 可能有 on， 可能没有 on， 一点点 conscious, S-C-I-O-U-S, conscious。这个地方 S-E-I science 是一个字根哦，就是你去 know 的意思。所以有时候你在记的时候，就在这些字底下 science S-E-I， 所以这地方这个就是要对知道所有身边的事情 conscious means you are aware of something. But when you say you are unconscious means you are not aware, unaware. It's okay, yeah, so people should be considered conscious. Yeah, thank you. So here are usually without being conscious of it. 意思是你要想到这件事情。We must remember though that no people in the world are too easy and hard. This is one of the expressions we can have. It's very easy. Just two pieces of pot is not two pieces. 出现这个 word 变成would 里面的两个 don't. This means that people, there are no two people who are exactly the same. 这个小片语常用嘛 two people exactly the same in the world. Like two is in the pot, this means two same things inside the pot. 在锅子里面。It's okay, yeah. So no label can be this word. Paste it on individual or group that this word. This word accurately. Accurately means correctly. 准确地，不是正确地。Accurately describes that person or group. Labels are supposed to this word. 属于谁 belong on groups, not on people. Yeah. So here's the last part. No labels can be pasted on. The word paste means粘贴东西 stick 过去是 stuck. Okay, so like here, no labels can be stuck on an individual. 另外一个字可以念上来，你看，把东西连接在一起，接上去，不一定要连上去。A 开头的字 attach. How do you spell the word attach? A T T A C H. Yeah, so we say you attach A to B. 这个地方接触哦，所以这个地方有时候就是特别的介词。那为什么要 on 呢？是因为就是在人的身上，所以这个地方 pasted on 这个 on 是固定的介词，它只是因为大家可以说在人的身上，就是在身上所以用 on。可是这个地方如果你不能把东西接上去 ，no labels should be attached。这个地方你也可以用 on，一般来说用处理到底就是把那个 label 贴在他的身上。No label should be attached to an individual. Okay? Yeah. You feel like or a group that accurately, correctly describes a person or group. Labels are supposed to belong on. 也是一样，这边会是 belong to something， 你就会可能说在谁的身上，在货品的身上。Good means products. So I feel like labels are supposed to be put on things for sale, not on people. 意思是这样。So it means that you are supposed to do something. This is a word. It means should. 应该怎样 ？Labels should belong on goods. So like we say we are supposed to means we should. Okay? Yeah, this is it. So here, you know the two people. And this she's very familiar to you. Yeah, Allen, and the original singer. Yeah, and this person, John Legend, right? All of you. No. Anyway, so here this will be before we move on. This commercial. After you watch the commercial, I'll have to ask you a question. I guess this one's easy to understand. Like, did you ever see any social experiment? This video is a social experiment. Some young guy, they would go into a restaurant, ask people to give them some food. And then the same group of young people, they would go outside and ask some homeless people to give them food. And how would the two groups of people act differently? This is the experiment. Alright guys, slice that pizza. I'm hungry. No. I'm hungry. Can I get a slice? No. You're looking kind of hungry. We got that for you. How are you doing? Have you got any more slices left? Have you got any more slices left? You got half a slice. Thanks, bro. think homeless people, they could be in need of everything and they are less willing to share. But this might not be true. This is the thing I would like to think about. Alright, anyway, then this will be the end. If we read the post together, the problem with is that they lead to stereotypes, and stereotypes lead to generalizations, and generalizations lead to assumptions, and assumptions lead back to stereotypes. Difficult? Think about it. And Ellen DeGeneres is now like the most famous female host on talk shows in the States. 如果你认识她的话，她是现在全美国最热门的女主持人。And like she is famous for her witty words, for her smart words, and for her humorous style. And most of all, she is lesbian, and she is very outspoken about female rights. So like, I really like her. I mean, she's very special. And I feel like for the words, maybe we don't have to talk about them, but think about the cycle. 比如说，其实你只是有一些想法，然后就变成你的归纳，对那些人来说，然后那些归纳就变成你的认知，你的认知就会造成你的误解，然后那个误解会造成你的最后的成见。所以原本不需要什么做讲件事就好，成见原本不是不好，可是久了以后就会变成一个相对来说比较负面。你还是可以说它是成见，可那个成见原本是比较中性，可到时候你就跟那些人会有防备心这样的意思，所以一个 cycle 完了以后变成这样。You know what I mean? This is this was originally my question. Yeah, maybe you can just read the question here. Okay, so we read the question. Are stereotypes? How do we treat them in a positive manner? Yeah, and this would be we can read the paragraph in a big breaks. Okay, yeah, so big problems happen. When people take stereotypes as facts, in the end, stereotypes or generalizations only give good indications of probabilities, not definite predictions. As long as you are always aware of the possibility that a certain situation might be an exception or a borderline case, that the general rule that applies here's no harm in it. 有点长，可能有点难理解，只有这句话而已。Stereotypes， 如果你觉得说，难道我对一些人想的是不好的吗 ？No， 我就在这里。probabilities。你要写的就是，我觉得我们大家都注意就是说，我们可能对某些事情的第一印象或是第一印象不是不好，它代表可能是这样。只要这样的话，就比较客观。This is it. Yeah. See, maybe we'll talk about this paragraph tomorrow, but yeah, I just need to break down. So let's take a break. Thank you.